Ladies and gentlemen, the ballroom is now open. Please take your seats. Your first course has been served.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The program is about to begin.
For that. Good evening, and wow, that was marvelous. Hello, everyone. Hi, good evening. Whew. I wasn't expecting my own song until I found out earlier, but thank you for this. I can't wait to hear you later, more later. I was so busy reading over the scripts that I was looking at everybody else's song that they're going to come in and didn't realize I had my own song to come in on. And yes, that is one of my favorite songs. Oh, everybody ready? All right. Some attention here. That is one of my favorite songs, anything with the weather, of course. And we did let it come in today, did we not? What a day today was. Finally, a day when everybody's happy with me. No enemies on a sunny 75-degree day, that's for sure. And yes, we're all excited to be here tonight. Thank you all so very much for inviting me. My name is Janice Huff. I am the chief meteorologist for NBC4 New York. Thank you. Please pardon my glasses because I'm getting a little older and I can't see as well, but I thank you all so much for inviting me to be a part of this. Cleon, thank you so much. My mentor, Paula Madison, got in touch with Cleon and then asked me if I would be here. And thanks to Hillary for everything to get me ready for this tonight. So I'm delighted to serve as your MC for the evening. I wish I didn't have to go back to work, but I do. So if you see me drinking, it's probably water. Although a little tiny bit of wine will be okay. But I want to be able to be straight with you when I get on the air at 11 o'clock tonight. I'm proud to be with you for this inaugural Legacy Gala presented by the Auxiliary of New York City Health and Hospitals, Queens. Thanks for all of you for being here tonight. I'd like to congratulate Chief Executive Officer Neil Moore. Yes. The Queens Hospital team. Congratulations to you. Distinguished honorees and all the volunteers who worked tirelessly over the past year to make this event possible. We are here tonight at this momentous event to celebrate the 90th anniversary of New York City Health and Hospitals Queens and honor distinguished individuals whose leadership, service, and commitment reflect the values of compassion, equity, and excellence in healthcare. It is now my pleasure to introduce Neil Moore, Chief Executive Officer.
Good evening. Welcome to Queens Hospital Legacy Gala. Before we begin tonight's celebration, I want you to imagine something with me just for a moment. Right now, while we are gathered here in this beautiful Gotham Hall ballroom, inside Queens Hospital, a nurse is checking on a patient recovering from surgery. A doctor is delivering difficult news to a family. A stroke alert is being called, and a patient is being rushed through our emergency department doors, accompanied by families, hoping that everything will be okay. A baby is being born who is just 475 grams. all perhaps happening at the same time. For them, tonight is not a gala. For them, Queens Hospital is hope. And that is why the work we celebrate this evening matters so deeply. So I stand before you with profound sense of pride, gratitude, and responsibility as we gathered for this inaugural 90th year legacy gala of New York City Health and Hospital Queens. A legacy is not simply something we inherit. A legacy is something we build. It is built through courage. It is built through service. It is built with equity lenses, and most importantly, it is built through an unwavering commitment to the people who depend on us. Every single day at Queens Hospital, lives are entrusted in our care. And in those moments, our mission becomes more than words. It becomes a promise. A promise that no matter who you are, where you were born, what language you speak, or what circumstances you may be, you will receive high-quality care with dignity, compassion, and excellence, no exception. Which is why we endeavor to be the best community hospital in the nation. Just take a look at the report card. It includes the consistency in receiving leapfrog ratings of A. And the very first facility in the nation, according to the Association of Perioperative Registered Nurses, to be recognized for excellence in surgical safety, ERAS. And the recipient of American Heart Association Commitment to Quality. In 2025 was the first year for this award, and we were only one of 158 sites in the nation that met the criteria for this award. These are a few from the many accolades received that demonstrates the care provided at our community hospital. But the promise, it is rooted in the timeless principle expressed by the Roman philosopher Cicero, who said, "The safety of the people shall be the highest law." Those words, spoken centuries ago, perfectly captures the sacred responsibility that guides our work every day. At Queens, that principle's being carried forward by leaders who believe not just in protecting people, but in transforming communities. One of those leaders was Claire Schulman. And may I at this moment recognize Claire Schulman's daughter, who is here this evening, Dr. Ellen Baker. May you stand, please, so we can recognize you. I would also like to acknowledge her son, Lawrence Schulman, who couldn't be here this evening, Dr. Lawrence Schulman, who couldn't be here this evening. Before Claire Schulman became the first woman to serve as borough president of Queens, she was a nurse at our hospital. She understood something deeply important about healthcare, that real change doesn't arrive on its own. As she once said, "We don't wait for change, we build it." And that spirit, the courage to build change, is the very foundation of our institution. Because the truth is, healthcare equity does not happen by accident. It requires intention. It requires leadership. And it requires all of us to confront the barriers that too many people still face when seeking care. Barriers shaped by race, barriers shaped by immigration status, barriers shaped by economic hardship. By the circumstances, no one should have to overcome those to see a doctor. At New York City Health and Hospital, Queens, we refuse to accept those barriers as permanent. Instead, we work every single day to dismantle them, because equity means recognizing that not everyone begins the race from the same start line, and having the courage to ensure that everyone has a fair chance to reach the finish line. And nowhere in the mission established by our corporate office more urgent than in the fight against the disease like cancer. When we talk about cancer, we're not talking about just numbers. We are talking about fathers who should still be here to watch their children grow, mothers who deserve decades more with their families, grandparents who should be present for the moments that shape generations, between hope and heartbreak, between memories made and memories that will never happen. And that is why the work we do together matters so profoundly. Because the work happens inside Queens Hospital every day. It is not just about treatment. It is about saving lives. It's about extending time, and it's about protecting the future of our community. But none of this happens alone. Tonight, I want to express my deepest gratitude to the extraordinary people who make this mission possible, starting with our President and CEO of New York City Health and Hospital, Dr. Mitch Katz. Thank you once again for bringing me home. I hope that it was value add to the health system. I did my internship as a high schooler and later took a leadership role outside leaving New York City for the University of Maryland Medical System, but I'm glad to be back. To the remarkable staff of Queens Hospital, our physicians, our nurses, our allied health professionals, our support teams, your dedication inspires me every day that I come to work. You are the heart of this institution. I would ask all of the hospital staff who are here tonight, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you. Your compassion, your expertise, your relentless commitment to our patients are the reasons Queens Hospital continues to be a beacon of hope for the Queens community. I want to recognize my former CEO colleague, Dr. Helen Arteaga, our current Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services. And as she would say, my brother, as she greeted me this evening, as she pursued the health care for all without exception as well. And tonight, we celebrate the support from our partners, the Queens Auxiliary, led by President Doretha McFadden. Through their dedication and generosity, they have helped support programs, improve patient experiences, and strengthen the services we provide to the people of Queens. If you are a member of the auxiliary, please stand as well so we can recognize you. Thank you. Your passion is making a real difference. Our Community Advisory Board, led by Chairwoman Robin Hogans, I'd like to acknowledge UNICAP members if you're here. Please stand. Thank you. To our elected officials, we thank you as well for all that you have done. You can also stand and be recognized. I know we have a few elected officials. Assemblyman Weprin is here. Thank you for being here. And the borough president we will be acknowledging shortly. Thank you. We are also honored tonight with the presence of distinguished leaders, including our borough president that you just saw, and who is here, as well as, oh, and I will say this again, you deserve multiple recognition, borough president, for all that you have done for our hospital. I would also like to recognize one of our other honorees, Danielle Lowy, Chief Executive Officer of EMU. Our community-based partner, your partnership reflects something powerful. When leaders across sectors come together, we can build healthier communities and brighter futures. Tonight, every person in this room has the power to be part of that legacy. Your support strengthens our mission. Your belief fuels our progress. And together, we can ensure that New York City Health and Hospital Queens remain not only a hospital, but a lifetime for this community, a place where hope is restored, where lives are saved, and where equity is not just an aspiration, but a reality. So thank you for standing with us tonight. Thank you for believing in Queens. And thank you for believing in the extraordinary mission of New York City Health and Hospitals. And now, it's my utmost pleasure to introduce the leader and partner in this work, the president of Queens Hospital Auxiliary, Dorothy McFadden. Would you come on up?
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Moore. Good evening, everyone. What a joy it is to stand here this evening surrounded by people who embody the very best of Queens: resilience, generosity, and deep commitment to caring for others. This evening is more than a celebration. It is a reminder of who we are as a community and what we can accomplish when we stand together. Long before the spotlight ever found us, the auxiliary was there, comforting families, supporting patients, uplifting staff, and trying to fill gaps no budget line could ever fully capture. Tonight, we honor that legacy. We also acknowledge something important. The world has changed. Healthcare has changed. and the needs of our community have grown more complex. Through every shift, the auxiliary has remained steadfast, adapting, and stepping forward with the same spirit of service that has defined us from the beginning. Under the leadership of our CEO, Mr. Neil Moore, we've seen a renewed vision of what Queens Hospital Center can be. A place where innovation meets compassion. A place where patients, regardless of circumstance, receive care that is dignified, equitable, and excellent. A place where community is not an afterthought, but a driving force. The auxiliary is part of that vision. Our work amplifies the hospital's mission. As we celebrate, we also recommit ourselves to the future. A future where the auxiliary continues to grow in excellence and impact. A future where we deepen our partnership and bring new members into the circle of friends. A future where we stand shoulder to shoulder with hospital leadership to ensure that Queens receives the care, resources, and attention it deserves. Your belief in Queens Hospital Center, the community, and in the power of service is what fuels our momentum. So tonight, we ask you to continue to believe, continue giving, continue standing with us as we build something extraordinary for the people of Queens. On behalf of the board, the leadership team, the countless patients and families you have touched and will continue to be touched by your dedication, we thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Can we give Ms. McFadden another round of applause, please? Thank you so much, Ms. McFadden, for your tireless work on behalf of the auxiliary. It's people like you who are the true heartbeat of our community. Respect. I invite everyone now to turn their attention to the screens to learn more about Queens Hospital, its past, present, and bright future.
Healthcare is a human right, and we would be on a slippery slope in losing the essence of who we are if we didn't have Queens Hospital. I'm always fascinated as I get to travel this borough of 2.4 million people that I can travel the world all in one day. You can get a taste of the world right here in Queens County. Queens is the most diverse county in the United States. This hospital has an interesting history. In 1903, this was a farm that was acquired by the city. And then you fast forward to 1935, where Mayor LaGuardia sees fit to say, we need a municipal hospital here. Then you get to 1952, and you see this abundance of mergers happening. And anytime you use that word merger, somebody's gonna lose. And I know that for a fact because we've lost so many hospitals. Fast forward to a period of time where George Pataki, who was then the governor, and then you had Mayor Rudolph Giuliani, who were looking to privatize our hospitals. And there were so many marches on our streets to prevent that from happening, because once you start privatizing hospitals, the quality of care goes down. There was this threat, and there were individuals like Claire Schulman who put literally their bodies on the line and were like, no, under my dead body are we losing our first municipal hospital. This is a matter of life and death for a lot of people in our communities. This is a matter of, do I have to choose between my medicine and food? Because once you start privatizing a lot of these things, they really are out of the reach of everyday Queens residents. This specific hospital was under siege, like so many hospitals across the borough because we did not keep up with the growth in terms of healthcare. Right down the block, Jamaica, Queens, is going to see 15,000 units of new housing, which means we need to see growth because we're going to see more families. Medicaid cuts, a lot of the Medicare cuts, knowing that there's no cavalry coming from the federal government to focus in on the very people that we're supposed to care for here. Claire Shulman was a visionary who, as borough president, did a lot, and she sacrificed a great deal and spent a lot of political capital to keep institutions like Queens Hospital open.
I grew up in Jamaica, Queens, just a couple blocks away from here. I broke some of my fingers playing basketball when I was a kid. And it was a very distinct memory, my dad bringing me here to Queens Hospital. They attended to my fingers. I had a pretty quick recovery. The whole experience was memorable, but it wasn't as terrifying as I thought it'd be. I felt very safe in the environment, having my parents, having the doctor answer all my questions. She handled the whole situation with great care. Hospitals need to be a welcoming space. When things become purely transactional, people are afraid to come through these doors. I was really flattered to be accepted through the NYC Health and Hospital program to help beautify Queens Hospital. Initially, I rendered out a couple of different proposals for the board members, and we kind of brainstormed upon that. We came across this concept, the roots of modern medicine. Since this mural was so large, we split it up into panels, and we had a community painting day. We had nurses, we had patients, even my family came by and they painted with me. It was a really wonderful experience. I wanted to represent diversity, not just in the palette of the mural, but also in the flowers. These flowers are situated in different places geographically, and I wanted it to sort of represent just the spectrum of diversity in terms of the community itself. People are always bringing flowers to a hospital. This was my way of giving flowers to Queens Hospital.
It's institutions like Queens Hospital that give me the hope that despite the darkness we may feel in society today, there's light at the end of the tunnel when you see the work being done at Queens Hospital. And that's why Queens Hospital stands today.
Seeing what others are contributing to not just Queens Hospital, but for the community at large, makes you feel that there is hope out there and that there are people that care. And Queens Hospital is a beacon of hope and healing for our community. It's now my pleasure to introduce a gentleman who knows a thing or two about the world of healthcare, Dr. Mitchell Katz, Chief Executive Officer, New York City Health and Hospitals.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a factories loving you. No pill's gonna kill my thrill.
Good evening, everybody. Hey, good evening, everybody. It has been amazing to watch under Neil's stewardship how he has fulfilled the vision through all of your work of becoming the best community hospital in the U.S. And congratulations, you are that. You are that. It has been an amazing thing. And Donovan, you're like the guardian angel of the hospital. So thank you for always supporting it. We really appreciate it. I wanted to do a shout out to all of the health and hospital people who are here from all our hospitals. It's a funny thing to watch. Our hospitals are actually quite competitive with one another, but they always come out for each other. So yes, they're very, every time we post a list of, who's doing best on a particular thing and who needs improvement, people are like, gunning for each other and for going up, but always happy to help someone, happy to come out. And I always want to remind everybody who works at health and hospitals, there are many, many great hospital systems in New York, but there is only one system that takes care of everybody the same. There's only one system that will take care of a homeless person with the same dignity, the same quality as the rich business person. Health and hospitals, we are the only one. To me, that's a value that we should all go to sleep at night knowing that we've done something great. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Katz, for your leadership and inspiring words. We can find further inspiration this evening as we recognize Daniel J. Lowy, Chief Executive Officer, EMU Health, with the Corporate Citizen of the Year Award. I am pleased to introduce Daniel Lowy, who founded EMU Health in 2016 with a clear vision to elevate the standard of healthcare in Queens and beyond by delivering evidence-based, patient-centered care within a modern, fully integrated clinical environment. Under his leadership, EMU Health has grown into a premier multi-specialty outpatient healthcare platform providing comprehensive services across primary care, specialty care, surgery, women's health, and pediatric dental care under general anesthesia, all under one roof. EMU Health ensures that high-quality medical care remains rooted in the community it serves. In 2026, Mr. Lowy expanded EMU Health's footprint with the opening of a second location in Pearl River, New York. Yes, marking an important milestone in the organization's long-term growth strategy. With continued expansion, his vision is to build EMU Health into New York's leading high-quality outpatient healthcare system defined by operational excellence, innovation, and measurable community impact. Beyond EMU, Mr. Lowy is actively engaged in advancing healthcare access, public health, education, and community leadership. He serves on the board of directors of the Orthodox Union, Teach NYS, Manhattan Day School, the West Side Institutional Synagogue, the New York Solidarity Network, the CUNY School of Public Health Foundation, and American Friends of Tel Aviv University. Through these roles, yes, he's quite accomplished and quite busy. Through these roles, he supports initiatives that strengthen democratic values, expand educational opportunity, and advance public health innovation both in New York and in Israel. EMU strives to make a difference in the lives of Queens residents by providing high-quality, accessible health care. Daniel Lowy's dedication to building a company to serve the Queens community is recognized here tonight. Please accept the Corporate Citizen of the Year Award presented on behalf of the Auxiliary at New York City Health and Hospitals, Queens.
Just before I start my speech, I want to thank you, Neil, for being the fearless leader of this wonderful institution. Thank you, Mitch, for leading the whole City Hospital Corporation, because you do amazing things. And I really looked at you since I started my career, and it's fabulous. I want to thank Renee Collymore, my partner in the Black Jewish Coalition, for coming tonight. It's truly an honor to be here tonight, along so many leaders, and especially alongside my good friend, Borough President Donovan Richards. I had the opportunity to meet Donovan about 9 years ago when he came to visit us at EMU. Even then, it was clear he was deeply committed to improving access to care and serving the communities of Queens. And it's meaningful to be here with him tonight. And if I may, on a personal note, I'm grateful to my parents, my in-laws, and my communal and work partners that are here tonight. People who have supported me, challenged me, and helped shape the way I think about responsibility and community. And I also think about my children and the kind of system we're building for them. And of course, the most important person in my wife, Ilana. I'm also incredibly privileged to have my grandfather here tonight, Sir Frank Lowy, who has come here from Israel under fire to be here. At 95 years old, a Holocaust survivor, he didn't just rebuild his life, he rebuilt it with purpose, with a belief that if you're fortunate enough to succeed, you carry a responsibility to build in a way that creates opportunities for others. And that's a responsibility I take very seriously. I want to share something that might sound a little unexpected coming from me. I run private healthcare facilities. We focus on efficiency, growth, and delivering high-quality care. And yet, I'm here tonight supporting Queens Hospital Centre, not in spite of what I do, but because of it. Over the past few years, building within healthcare, I've come to understand something very clearly. Healthcare is not just a business. It's a promise that when someone is at their most vulnerable, the system will be there for them. And institutions like Queens Hospital Centre are the ones that keep that promise. Every day, without exception, for every patient, for every condition, for every community. They take on the hardest cases. They carry the greatest burden. They do the work that no model, no spreadsheet, and no balance sheet can fully capture. And they do it because people are counting on them. And the more time I spend in private healthcare, the more I appreciate this truth. We are not separate from that promise. We are part of it. And we benefit from the strength of institutions like this one. So if we are fortunate enough to build, to grow, to succeed within this system, then we also share in a responsibility to sustain it, not as charity, but as a commitment. Because when the Queens Hospital Centre is strong, a mother gets care when she needs it, a child is treated without delay, a community knows that it's not alone. That's why I'm proud to support this hospital, because I believe the future of healthcare is not private or public, it's private and public, working together to keep that promise for this generation and the next. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Mr. Lowy for his commitment and dedication to the community. Oh, I love it that your grandfather's here. That's so special. As we move forward in our program, it is my pleasure to present the Claire Shulman Leadership Award to an outstanding leader who embodies the values that Claire exemplified during her remarkable tenure as Borough President of Queens. Claire Shulman was a trailblazer whose dedication to public service and commitment to our community continue to inspire us all. This award is a testament to her legacy and is given to individuals who have shown exemplary leadership, empowerment, and advocacy within our borough. Tonight, we are honored to recognize Borough President Donovan Richards, Jr., a lifelong resident of Southeast Queens and a devoted public servant. Elected in November of 2020, He has tirelessly worked for the betterment of our community, securing over $400 million in funding for schools, hospitals, and cultural institutions across Queens. His innovative programs, such as the Immigrant Welcome Center and the Queens Small Business Grant Program, reflect his dedication to supporting those in need and revitalizing our community. Importantly, Borough President Richards recommended that the hospital rename its pavilion building in honor of Claire Schulman. In the spring of 2025, the building was officially renamed the Claire Schulman Pavilion, ensuring that her name will forever be associated with this institution, a fitting tribute to the innumerable contributions she made to our community. Borough President Richards has earned this award not only for his groundbreaking work, but also for the spirit of community engagement and resilience he embodies, qualities that align closely with Claire Schulman's vision for our borough. As I invoke the memory of Claire's profound impact on Queens, let us also acknowledge the unwavering support of the Schulman family, especially her son, Larry, and daughter, Ellen, who you saw stand up for us a little earlier. Their commitment to this gala and their mother's legacy is truly commendable. We thank you very, very much, the Schulman family. Now, it is with great pleasure that I invite Borough President Donovan Richards Jr. to the stage to accept the Claire Schulman Leadership Award in recognition of his remarkable contributions to our community.
The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. Whose world is this? It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? Whose world is this? Whose world is this?
Well, good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's Queens in the house. Well, let me start by saying Dr. Neal cleans up pretty nice. You know, he's a sharp dresser. Of course, I want to acknowledge my fellow honoree, Daniel. Thank you so much for your partnership from the inception of me becoming borough president, but before I became the borough president representing the Rockaways, I want to commend you on the outstanding work that you do. And you're one of those private institutions that we value. So thank you so much for what you do. So it's really a great night to be here to celebrate 90 years. Let's give it up for Queens Hospital, 90 years of serving our borough. And I want to start by recognizing the outstanding leadership at Queens Hospital. Of course, our CEO, Neil Moore, along with our president and CEO of Health and Hospitals, Dr. Katz. Thank you, brother, for all that you do. And of course, none of the work that they do can be accomplished in a silo, so I recognize the incredible nurses, staff, and everyone in this room who continue to support this institution. And make no mistake that tonight we would not be here, and we just came upon an anniversary after COVID, post-COVID, and we would not be in this room if it were not for our healthcare heroes and sheroes. So thank you to all of those who sacrificed a great deal for us at Queens Hospital. I know it was not an easy time for our borough, but tonight is about more than just a hospital. It's really about what the hospital represents. And for so many families across Queens, Queens Hospital has been a lifeline. And it's where people go in their most vulnerable moments and where they find care, compassion, and hope. And that's because of all of you, the healthcare workers.
day in and day out, in big moments and small ones. You're showing up for our communities and literally saving lives. And in a borough as diverse as Queens, that work matters even more. And make no mistake, while we see the attacks by the federal government on diversity, equity, and inclusion, that in Queens County, where we speak while we're represented by 190 countries and 360 languages and dialects are spoken, we do not build walls in Queens County, we build bridges in Queens County. And that's what Queens Hospital is representative of. Because no matter where you come from, when you walk through those doors, the workers understand that access to quality care, no matter where you come from, should be done in a humane way. And I also just want to say how humble I am to be recognized tonight, to receive the Claire Shulman Leadership Award. And it means a great deal to me, Neil. Someone who believed deeply in the borough and in the people who call it home. And I can say personally, I would not be standing here today without her support and guidance. Thank you. Thank you to the Shulman family, Dr. Baker, to Larry. They are my family. Thank you. And the truth is, if you want to know the truth, Queens Hospital wouldn't be what it is today, a strong public hospital serving everyone, without her leadership and her fight to keep it that way. And this is why, since I become borough president, I've made a priority investing in healthcare across our borough. And let me just say, where's Cleon at? Because every time I see Cleon, I gotta watch my wallet, because it gets lighter. But I've allocated over $46 million across our healthcare system since becoming borough president in December 2020, including more than $7 million at Queens Hospital, supporting everything from cancer treatment equipment to critical ER upgrades. And let me just say how personal cancer is to me and my family. I lost 2 aunts just in the last 2 weeks, including one last night to cancer. It's a very personal battle for my family. And it's one of the reasons I went to Governor Hochul, said we have to build the first standalone cancer center in Queens County. And we were successful in securing $180 million in that endeavor to build the first standalone cancer center in Queens County Hospital history. And Neil, you got another $1 million, I think, coming out of our budget this year. So we're going to keep going, because at the end of the day, when our hospitals are strong, our communities are strong. So thank you to everyone here tonight for believing in Queens Hospital and for investing in its future. Let's keep building a healthier, strong Queens together, because at the end of the day, healthcare is a human right. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you. Congratulations again to Mr. Richards. And I thank you for all of your dedication and hard work in the community of Queens. You're doing great. We love you. Okay. Almost time. We're almost done with this part, because I know there's a lot that's going to happen after this. But I'd like to have you please turn your attention to the screens once again to learn about an inspiring patient journey and what Queens Hospital means to Lorna Rainey.
Dr. Pace called me into his office for a consultation, and he said, you have breast cancer. First and foremost, I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. I am an author and a public speaker. I was in a shower, and all of a sudden I came across this side of my breast, and it was very hot. I could feel there was some kind of swelling happening. So I knew something was wrong. And my daughter had just a few days before found an ad that Queens Hospital Center was giving out free mammograms. I got an appointment pretty quickly. When they told me that they were going to do a needle biopsy, I just happened to see it. And I said, that's not a needle. I ran down the hallway. They wouldn't let me go until I promised I would come back the next day. Honestly, the hardest part of navigating the cancer diagnosis was how to tell my children. I remember my son crying on the phone. And if it's one thing you never want to hear as a parent, is your child crying, especially a grown man. And he just said, Ma, okay, I gotta go. And then on the other side of that was my daughter. And when I told her, she stopped going to school. She just couldn't. And I hated it for them because I had already experienced it myself, because my mom died of cancer. By the time she got treatment, she was in stage 4. I didn't want to do that to my children.
I saw my mother in an emergency room lying on a gurney for 9 days. And as a result of that, I said I will commit myself to making a difference in healthcare. One of the things that we've zeroed in on is cancer care. I've committed to Queens Hospital that we will work with the community and the employees of Queens Hospital so that we can improve the healthcare indices, especially in the area of cancer care.
Everyone that I encountered here at the hospital during my treatment was wonderful. It taught me so much about human kindness, coupled with professionalism and medical knowledge, and the great care that you can get at a public hospital. And even now, when I come to the hospital, I go to the mammo suite to visit with that nurse who chased me down the hallway just to say thank you again for all you did for me. This hospital saved my life. I came here out of necessity. Now I come out of choice. Someone had lost their bumper on the highway right into our windshield. I had shards and powdery glass all over me. It was in my nose, it was in my ears, and worst of all, it was in my eyes. When the ambulance came, I said, take me to Queens Hospital. So they did. So no cancer, still have my eyesight. And then there's my 2 hip replacements.
Recognizing the needs of the community and putting programs in place to meet those needs.
It's the people, the equipment, the administration. That's what makes a hospital better.
The more resources, the more contribution, the more philanthropic support the hospital gets, the more we can do for the community as a whole.
Support this hospital so it can continue to save lives, make improvements in the community, and offer people hope that they will be treated as equally as they would have been if they went to a private hospital. And I say, if not better.
Ms. Lorna Rainey, can you please come up to the stage?
Good evening. I know we all want to eat, so I'm going to make it short. But I just want to say that it's been 14 years for me. And in that 14 years, I've been able to accomplish so much that I would not have been able to accomplish before. If you read anything about the bio in the program, you'll know I'm a talent manager. And being a talent manager is a wonderful thing because I help make people's dreams come true. So in 14 years, I've helped hundreds of people who came to me with their dreams, just like I came to Queens Hospital Center, and they gave me my life back. They didn't know who I was, and that didn't matter to them. They treated me as though I was family. They treated me as though I had the best health insurance in the world, when at the time I had no health insurance whatsoever. And when I think about success, and we look out over this room and we say, what does success look like? It looks like all of you, and then it also looks like me. I'm so thrilled to be here with you today, and I'm so thankful to the hospital that gave me my life back, gave me my mobility back, and gave me the opportunity to be that ripple in the stream that spread outward and did what I needed to do for all the other people whose lives I touch and continue to touch every day. Thank you again, Queens Hospital Center, and remember to pay it forward, because you never know who you're going to help in the long run. Thank you so much.
The money jacket. So as we all know, healthcare is a human right, not a privilege reserved for a few, but a promise we make to each other. And tonight, the promise is alive in this room. Thank you, Ms. Rainey, for sharing your inspirational journey with us. Once again, I want to thank Dr. Mitch Katz for his exceptional leadership and all the corporate staff for their ongoing support, many of whom are here. And yes, I would like to acknowledge you, the corporate staff. Please stand so we can acknowledge you. Thank you for your support. I would also like to extend my deep gratitude to all my fellow CEOs from our sister facilities for your generous support. And yes, you can stand as well so we can acknowledge you, all the CEOs. Thank you. I salute our incredible, hardworking employees of New York City Health and Hospital. Queens, you are the heart and soul of this hospital. Your unwavering commitment to our patients is the foundation upon which we are building our future. And of course, our affiliate, Mount Sinai Icahn School of Medicine. There is indeed power in partnership. Thank you for the partnership. To our gracious MC, Janice Huff, wasn't she wonderful? Thank you for guiding us through this tonight with such warmth and grace. And to Doretha McFadden, our auxiliary president, your tireless energy and passion is very much appreciated. As we celebrate 90 years of service, we are moving forward with a singular, clear ambition to become the #1 community hospital in the nation. But we know we cannot do this alone. We can only rise to the top through collective work and partnership of every single person inside the room and outside this room. So tonight, as we prepare to break bread together, I ask you to reflect not just on what we've accomplished, but on what is still possible. We honor those who are already helping us to make the ascent. Once again, our Borough President, Donovan Richards Jr., thank you, thank you, thank you for all the support that you have given to our hospital. To Mr. Lowy and his friends at Elmer and our friends at EMU, thank you as well. Lorna Rainey, our inspiring patient who shared her story tonight, you are the heart of our mission, and your courage inspires us every single day to do the work that we do at the hospital. These are the partners, leaders, and patients who are helping Queens Hospital to rise to the top. But we need as many people as we can get to join in this movement. That is why I'm asking you to join our 90% challenge this evening. Whether you give $90 for 90 years or any amount you choose, your donation is fueled by the powers of our ascent. Every contribution tonight is a commitment to the clinical excellence, the innovation, and the compassionate care that will carry us to the very top. There is a QR code in the program that you can scan to join the mission, because together we will rise to the top. We have so much to be proud of and so much further to go. Thank you for your partnership, your belief in our mission, your generosity. Now let's enjoy dinner. Let's celebrate the lives we've touched. Let's keep our eyes on the horizon. Thank you for helping Queens Hospital once again to meet the challenge. I am very, very confident that together, Queens Hospital and all our public hospitals in New York City, Health and Hospital, will rise to the top. Have a very wonderful evening.
Keep rising to the top. Give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. Hey. Give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. Hey. We got to give it all you got. Oh, we got to give it all you got. We keep rising to the top. You got to give it all you got. Oh, yeah. Hey, hey. You got to give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. We gotta give it all you got. Yeah. We gotta give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. We gotta give it all you got. Hey, yeah. We gotta give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. We gotta give it all you got. Yeah. Give it all you got. You better keep rising to the top. You gotta give it all you got. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta give it all you got. Keep rising to the top. You gotta give it all you got.